Morning, Theta Trader. Good to see you. I'm going to start breaking this down here. All right, so ADAP. This one looks like it's got some steam. Let's see what's going on with ADAP this morning. So ADAP is an 11 million share float. And so we've got 4 million shares traded so far. Spear T cells targeting Mage A4 demonstrates new responses in esophagogastric esophagogastric junction, lung and head. Okay, all right. So this is a lot. There's a lot going on here. There's apparently a really good news catalyst on this, and which is why it's gapping up. But for me this morning, this is one of those ones where I'm going to watch the charts. I like the fact that it's easy to short. That's why I've got it up here. It may not stay at the top of my list here, but I do want to see a pattern form on this. You know, the fact that it's easy to short, and the fact that it's getting very close to testing these levels up here, actually makes me a little more long biased on this. But the question is and this is something that I think some of you guys will find interesting. We have several low floaters busting at the seams right now. Okay, we've got SONA, we've got ABIO, and I need to move ABIO up there further. So these are very interesting, because when you have this many, there's a lot of people. Morning, Rav D. Good to see you, man. There's a lot of people that will be watching these three, okay? But the question is which one are more traders going to jump on? And if SNOA and ABIO are popping up, it may be possible that ADAP is suffering a little. And if that's the case, now this is kind of far-fetched at this moment, because we don't know. We just have no clue what it's going to do. And it could be that ABIO ends up getting a sell-off today. You know, everybody's kind of just done with that one, and they're moving on to SNOA and ADAP. Okay, but right now ADAP looks like it looks like there's great potential for ADAP at both the long side and the short side. So that's just going to be kind of, out of all three of these, that's going to be the one that I am choosing to watch the most. So ABIO, once again, and you can see here, I mean, it looks like it's getting a little bit of a sell-off here. Now it may come down to these levels and test these levels down here, and we might get a good bounce around, off of around the $12 area. I wouldn't be surprised, even if it came down to $11. We could, somewhere between $11 and $12, we could get a bounce, and it could make a recovery later on in the day. I do think that this is probably not going to be as much in play at the opening bell. Now, again, I could be wrong about that. Who knows? Rav D says SNOA, tiny float. I can't trade any of these runners on my platform. Definitely some great opportunities. Yeah, well, I need to actually look at the catalyst on SNOA. So SNOA is 1.69 million share flows. I think it is a previous runner. Let's go back here. I think I've seen this one before. Yeah. I know, yeah, okay, we've got a couple big wicks here. So, this one is definitely known, we can see, for making some pretty good moves. But usually it looks like it comes up and comes right back down. So it's not anything that I would hold on to long term. I don't even think shares are available. Yeah, so there's no shares available for shorting. So SNOA is like one of those ones that I don't even know if I'd be comfortable taking it long. What I might do with SNOA is I might just set an alert at 1550, and it'd be interesting to come back in later if it does hit 1550, and just to see what happens to it. And I would even say 1560 1. Let's see if it really pushes through that 1550 level. So if that happens with SNOA, I'd like to know about it. Otherwise, I'm taking it off my watch list. So ADAP and ABIO are two that I've got here. And even, here's the thing. I'm not big into the whole low float thing, as most of you guys already know. So it's not something that I even really care to watch. I think I would be okay to know if ABIO gets down to the $12 area, and then maybe even down to the $11 area. It'd be interesting to know, okay, is this finding support at those levels? So I will go ahead and set an alert on ABIO to go off if this reaches $12. As a matter of fact, I want to see it break through $12. So let's just say $11.99 on the bid. Okay, so we're going to add that, and then we're also going to add, I also want to know if it hits around the $11.20 mark on the bid, and I want to see if it holds between that $11 and $12 range. But it would also be interesting to know if it gets a breakout above this 1655 level, and I would look for a very clean break of that. So I would go ahead and just say, let me know if you get to $17. So I'll set an alert for ABIO at $17 on the ask. It'd be interesting to know if it makes it up there, and it would be interesting to know if it makes continuation even up to $18. And the reason why I say that is because we see some resistance up here, and this if I come in and ABIO is getting a nice push up to these levels, but it's just not cracking through, I'll see if I can locate shares for shorting. Right now they're pretty expensive. It's $9 for 100 shares. So I would look for maybe possible resistance, a rejection, an inability to break over previous day close, and then a drop. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. That's what I'm going to be looking for on ABIO. Other than that, I'm going to remove it from my list. So, guys, this is one of those things where, we have to chisel away at these lists. We can't keep them too long. Yes, it's fine if you want to have some extras just to check in on throughout the day, or if you have some of your regulars in there that you might not necessarily be trading it that day, but you got it down there. But I want to make it very clear when I create this list, I am really at least at the market open, at least for the first 10 minutes or so. I mean, I might cruise around some of these other ones just to see, like, if nothing is happening up here within my first few picks, I may just cruise down here to see if anything's happening at any of these. But I really am trying to focus on just the top 3 or 4 up here. So I see that Rav D is asking about big lots. Any thoughts? 52-week high. I do have big lots here, as you can see. I will be getting to that one here shortly. So we'll definitely go over big lots. For sure. I think there's a lot of potential with that. JNUG is getting a little bit of reaction here along with GDX. Here's what I believe is the reason to that, and that is because, if SPY ends up making a pullback today, which a lot of people are, I think expecting, which, by the way, what to expect with the SPY, right? Like, I mean, the SPY is so freaking volatile and irrational right now. I don't even know if it would matter what everybody's expecting. But the thing is we've had a good run, okay? And for the bulls to really be proving something here, they've got to maintain this 200-day moving average. They at least need to hold these moving averages in general. And all these moving averages, all the major moving averages, as you can see, are starting to come together, except for the 50-day. 50-day is still down here, but basically every other major moving average on the daily is starting to come together. And so this is very significant. And I still have, if you kind of take away these moving averages, you can see I still have this trend line here that I am looking for SPY to test, and I think it is going to test it eventually. Now, whether it breaks through it or not, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep that up there. I want to be very aware of where it's sitting right now. But back to my point with JNUG, GDX, the gold, the miners in general, I think are looking to make a strong push up. If SPY is actually having a pullback today, I can see JNUG. I can see it. I can see it making moves. I can see it making moves, and I might even be interested if JNUG gets a crack of this 38 level or this 98.50 level. So what I'll do is this. This is another one where I may check in on it later, but I don't really care to pay too much attention to it right now. But I do want to keep it on my list. So I'm going to put JNUG all the way down here at the bottom, and I am going to set an alert to know if JNUG, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to set an alert on JNUG. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the SPY. I'm going to watch the SPY and see what the SPY is doing. And if the SPY looks like it's making a pretty significant pullback today, I'll look for a retest of some levels on the SPY, and then if it continues to pull, then I'll consider taking JNUG for a long. So right now, the next stock that I want to talk about is ZS. Okay, so ZS is, I need to actually look up this one. I think it's a larger share float, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there we go. So it's a 70 million share float. Now it has a target price of $67.90, and if you look at the daily chart here, it's not one of these stocks that has any significant moves like this. I mean, this is pretty big. So I want to find out what's going on with this. First things first. Okay, hits record high after Q3 earnings beat. So this is all on an earnings beat. Okay, Zscaler stock is thriving as more people work from home. Okay, China tensions ring the register on Zscaler. Okay, so this one looks interesting, and I kind of want to keep this one at the top of my list. I really want to see more volume come in, though. This is one of those ones kind of like yesterday. I've got to be careful with it, and hopefully I learned my lesson from yesterday. But we have broken out in pre-market here anyway, and we're sitting at all-time highs. So I typically have a rule where I will not short into areas with no previous resistance. So if there's no previous areas of resistance, then I don't like to short into it. But here is what I'm looking at with Zscaler. Sometimes we have seen, when you got a stock like this look at the history here. When have we seen another massive move like this? And furthermore, this move has taken place on severely light volume. So there's a couple things here that's going on. As a short seller, sometimes I look for these. I look for these massive historical run-ups. This is a historical buy-up, okay? And it's been done on extremely light volume. Do you know how many investors or how many people were in this stock? And this stock was all the way down here, and it came down again. Think about the investors that were in here back in October of 2019, and they started to look like they were gaining some momentum with it. But then this all happened with coronavirus back in March, and it went from $35, and now all of a sudden this has come up all the way to $90 on a run-up like this. I'll tell you what, if the volume starts coming in and there looks like there's going to be major profit taking on this, I'm going to jump in. This will be the one that, and I'll have a stop, a very clear defined stop set. Okay, and if the trade doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And really, with a stock like this, you don't have to get in with much. We're talking 50 to 100 shares max. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be watching for on Zscaler. I'm going to be basically watching for, we can see that it broke through the high here, but it hasn't been able to stay up. I mean, these could be early signs of major profit taking. And so I'm going to look for that at the opening bell. And it's not a bad spread, okay? And I think if it breaks that $90 level, and hopefully it doesn't do this in pre-market, gosh, I do not want this to break $90 in pre-market. I would love to wait for that to be an opening bell move. But I will consider jumping in this immediately. So anyway, Now on to big lots. And good morning, Notre again. Good to see you, man. Glad you're in here with us today. And Ravdi made the point that there is a 20% short float with big. So let's check it out. Let's check out old big lots here. So yeah, we are looking at, according to FinViz, this is a 19.95% short float. So basically, yeah, 20%. It's a or excuse me, has a 20% short float interest. It has a target price of $19.83. Okay, and it is a 38 million share float. So basically 40 million share float. And you know, here's the thing with big. You know, I've got to see, same thing with ZS. Got to see volume come in. I mean, I really want to see volume come in. Just like with ZS, I really want to see volume come in. And it looks like that there is potential. You know, if there's enough, if we'll say this, if the market as a whole remains strong, and there's enough investors that want to get in on this move, it could get a nice little buy up. Okay, because with a short 20% short float interest. And I can see why there's a 20% short float interest. I mean, look at this move here. This is a parabolic move right now. Yes, it's a recovery, okay, but it's parabolic. It's parabolic. You know, again, if you look at the history, you know, when has it had a move quite like this without a pullback? Okay, we've seen, you know, even this move back here is kind of like, it's like a slight move of that, but it's not a straight up shot like this. This is like a rocket that's been thrusted up into the air. Okay, what goes up eventually must come down. And the question is today the day that happens? So if there's any inkling that is going to happen, that is a stock that I would like to get on. I don't really feel like it's... I feel like right now we have more of a chance of it going up and squeezing out a lot of that short float interest. But what I would look for on big lots as a short seller is I would look for a test of, let's see here. I would look for a test of these levels. I would like to see if it comes up to $40, $40 or even $43. Like I want to be alerted if it's getting a buy up and then it starts meeting some resistance here. I'm going to want to get in. I'm going to want to get in at least to see what happens when it tests this trend line. And if it breaks down through it, this could be a very good day. But at the same time, this spread has got to get closer together and the volume has got to come in. Again, this was my biggest mistake yesterday and I'm not going to let it happen again today. We've got to see the volume and we've got to see the spread close. Okay? Doesn't have to close completely. And you know, but the volume has to be there. That's the big thing. The volume has got to be there. Okay, and we've got to be able to identify where the vast majority of traders are sitting in on this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking at today. I actually put a little green line there. So I will set an alert. Now, if it breaks trend line, I'm going to want to know. I would like to know if this breaks down through, let's say, 41.50. And then I would consider getting in if the volume was good enough. Okay, so I'm setting 2 alerts on big right now. So big lots, I want to know if you hit $43, okay, on the ask. And I also want to know if you make continuation up there to $43.50, okay? But I also want to know if you break that trend line. It's going to be very interesting to know. So 41.51 is kind of the magic number there, and really it's probably more than that, but we're gonna say we'll give it to 41.51. Okay, other than that, again, ZS is probably the main one that I will be watching, because I think I can get a great move. This is like one of those stocks where you could literally almost, this could be your day right here. This could be your day right here. Even in pre-market, I'm so tempted to go ahead and just take 50 shares, but I'd have to see it knock on the door to 90. I really would. I'd have to see it knock on the door to 90. So, man, I wish I could set a stop order because there's more stocks we have to look at here. But Yeah, anyway, okay, I'll just have to keep an eye on it. So AZN is another one that I was considering watching, but I don't think I'm going to watch it today. I'm going to remove that one from the watch list. RCUS has made a breakout over this trend. This is a clear breakout over this trend. And, it's lost a lot of its value, though. I think this is going to be one of those mRNA moves. I think it could come up here, test these moving averages, test roughly the 30-31 levels. It's a big psychological whole number. There's a lot of resistance here on the daily, and I think we could get a rejection there. So I would be interested to know if we make it up to $30. So I will put an alert. Let's see, how much do share? Okay, so 100 shares are $3. I think that's fine. I could get in on a move like this with a couple hundred shares, and we could do really well on that. So I am going to put RCUS up here, and I want to know if it hits $30. Actually, maybe it won't even quite get there. So let's see what happens. Well, no, we're going to do $30. We're going to do $30 because we've got plenty of other trades going on right now. So I just want to know. If it gets there. And otherwise, I'll just come in and check on it later. Now, another big one on our watch list this morning is CGC. Shares for shorting are pretty cheap, $2.80. I don't think shares are available for shorting. Good morning, Sagar. Good to see you, man. Good morning, Yoni B. Hope you guys are doing all right. I almost feel like this could make a recovery. I feel like even if it's a temporary recovery, but I don't know, it may just be one of those stocks that continues to lose its lunch all through the day. So I'll just keep that on the side on watch, but I want to kind of move that one up. Let's see. Nah, you know what? I'll leave it where it is. I think it's in a good spot. And STNE. I'll just leave that there. I'll check in on it. So anyway, these other ones are just ones that I don't really have a specific plan for any of these right now. If the SPY goes today, if the SPY kind of starts losing out a little here, then I would expect for the airliners, maybe even the cruise liners, to take a little bit of a beating too. RCL is kind of sitting right at that $50 psychological whole number there. So these are ones that I would consider watching. Oh man, and look at ZS. I know. Look at that, man. So this is good though. This is good because this could get continuation. Somebody's taking profit. I'd be very, very surprised to see this run up. I should have taken the 50 shares, guys. Look at that. I could probably quit trading for the day right now. But anyway, all right, let's just see what happens here. ADAP looks like it's probably going to lose its lunch a little bit as well. So, but we'll wait for a pullback. Man, you hate to see that. I told you guys. What did I tell you? My whole assessment of this and the profit taking that was going to be on this. Now it may bounce back up, but yeah, somebody woke up, choked on their Cheerios, and hit sell. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, I know. Goodness gracious, man. Could you be any more? Could this be any more devastating? I mean, my goodness, could this be any more devastating? Short seller's paradise right now, guys. Man. All right. This is what you hate to see, man. This pre-market junk. This is why I knew something in me told me, man, you better jump in on this junk. Please make a pullback here. Please make a good, strong pullback. Big is at 41.51, so big is probably dumping right now. Come on. How much of a pullback can this ZS make here? How much of a pullback can it make? The volume's coming in. But if it dumps, I'm going to get in on it. Yes, come on. Ooh. Oh, man. Please take my... Thank you. Now dump. There we go. There we go. Keep dumping. Keep dumping. Let's get a good sell-off here. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. There's a lot of pressure here. There's a lot of pressure here. See that move. See that move. Let's get that dump below 85. Love to see a dump at 85. Might even add back to it. Okay. We're going to continue to see red here. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come out just to lock in a little here, just in case this thing snaps back on me and does something dangerous. Let's see if it comes over 88. I'll have to get out. Okay, I'm going to get out. But let's see if it can break 88. Might continue to have a hard time here, yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's take it again. Could not get over 88. Let's see if it can finally make that move to the downside here. Come on. Come on. Get down to 85.50. You got to see some investors coming in and just dumping this junk. Come on. Okay, going to come out again. So we see a lot of buying constantly at 88, right? But then it fails. Keeps failing. It's not getting bought up through 88. I'd love to see it break out through there and then fail. Okay, I'm going to get back in. There we go. Come on. Oh, just dump. Just dump. You know you want to. Come on. It's not that hard. There's nothing to it. Man. It's strong, guys. All right, it's strong. There it is. There's the buy up. Ah. But let's see how real this buy up is. Okay, and let's look at Big Lots. So Big Lots broke the trend. It's tanking. ADP looks like it's making a pretty solid move to the downside. Question is it going to continue to make that move? ADAP, excuse me. Let's go ahead and get short here and see what happens. See if we can get a good solid move down. There we go. Let's get a move down into the 8s. Can we break 9? Can it continue to sell off? Can it continue to sell off? Come on. Okay, I'm going to come out just in case. Wow, this one is this one's tough. I'll tell you what, if it breaks that 9, level, it's going to go. See if it can hold. Big order. Big order. Let's see if it breaks 9 here. Come on. Can we break 9? Can we break 9? Can we break 9? I will consider adding if we get to 9. Can we do it? Can we do it? There's a lot of back and forth action here, guys. Can we break 9? There's a lot of selling. But if it holds 9, There it is. So I came out. RCUS is at 30. Huge buy up there, but man, let's just see if can ADAP hold. Okay, it's recovered VWAP. Let's see if it breaks 9. See if we finally get that break of 9. Can we get it? Somebody was afraid of a reversal at 9 and they got out, or they went ahead and took profit. Can we get the break here? If this goes into 9, I am jumping in. There it is. Oh, I got in late. Late, Phil. Dadgummit. Come on. Let's get a strong move down. There we go. Come on. There we go. 80, 70s. There we go. There we go. Come on. Take a little bit of profit there. Out 150 shares. Let's see. Let's see if this can get a continued move to the downside here on these 150 shares. And man, I really want to check in on RCUS. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice move. Nice move. Can we get the break of 850? RCUS. So RCUS tested 30. Tested that moving average. Looks like it's having a hard time staying up there. Okay. ADAP. Looks like it could end up coming back up. It's okay. Ignore the baby in the background crying. It's my son. He must have tripped and fell or something. Let's see. He's not learning how to walk yet, but he's let's see. I'm going to give this a little bit of time here. Go ahead and go short again. So we got 350 at 9 average. There we go. There we go. I'm going to come out. I'm going to come out some of my shares. 175 at 913, because this looks like this could get dangerous here. I want to see, really want to see a good strong sell-off today on ADAP. And I really want to try to load up on some more shares here. So let's just see. Let's see if this can finally come down and break 860. I'll consider adding at the break of 860. This is not an easy stock. Man, it's whippy. Man, this is whippy. 861. Come on. What's happening on the 5-minute here? The 2-minute. holding on the 2-minute. Just see what happens here. Yoni B says, I see why you love shorting, man. It is a rush, isn't it? Let's just see. Is this really going to get a genuine buy up, or is this just kind of going to be a fake move here? Or a bounce off of this moving average? Let's just see. Let's just see. I don't think there's going to be any genuine buying up on this. I could be wrong. And I want to be careful, because if it makes a recovery, then we're going to need to get out. That's all there is to it. SPY's choppy right now too, by the way. There we go. It's coming all the way back down. Come on. Let's get that move. Let's get that move down to 860. So let's see. 2 minutes. Yeah. There it is. This might be it. This might be it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. So we got an 897 average for anticipation of this. 375. Come on. So it's forming a higher low right now. So I may just have to get out. Wait for another pullback. I mean, this really needs to go. This needs to go south right now. Okay. I'm going to see what happens here. And we'll consider jumping back in. If it loses that level, let's just see. Trying to be patient with it. Here we go. Think we should get it here. There we go. Come on. Get the flush. Get the flush. Oh, come on. When you get the flush, you get the rush, Yoni B. But when you don't get the flush, you don't get the rush. Man. Come on. Gonna come out half my shares there. It's tricking everyone out. Tricking everyone out. Trying to be patient. All we need is one good solid move on this. Can't believe I'm getting stuck on this junk right here. Still made a lower high or whatever. Or a higher low. Man, we need to get a retest of these levels here. Okay, that's good. It opened up on the 15-minute below the 9 EMA. It's good. Can we get the move finally? There's just no reason why this should not be. moving. Okay, gonna come out half. It's having a hard time. It's having a hard time, and I really don't want to test this too much. So here's what I'm gonna do. Stop. Sell the break of 65. So I gotta check in on some of these other ones. Okay, so ZS is now making all-time highs. Everybody down here is getting squeezed out. So good job for ZS. Big Lots is continuing to move. Great trade idea there. Just didn't get in on it, guys. And I hate it. I hate it, but it is what it is. Let's see. RCUS made that pullback and ended up coming up all up to these levels here. I think it could be double topping here. It's butting up against a moving average. So I might be willing to... Let's see. I don't like the volume. I don't like the volume. Not enough volume here. So I'm going to remove that. ADAP definitely has the volume. The question is this going to end up squeezing up? So I'm going to go ahead and get out. I've got an order to go 400 shares short at the break of 65. Hopefully it will take it. There we go. This could be it. This could be it. I actually wouldn't mind even getting in. A couple hundred shares here. We'll remove that. Come on. Let's make this move finally. Let's break it. Tell you what. My goodness. Never in my life have I seen a stock give so much of a hard time here. We're about to get a flush. Okay, going in. I'm 400 at 873. Come on. It's holding, guys. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yep. And we'll take out half my shares there. And come on. SNOA is at 1561. That's interesting. Man, guys, look at this. The ADAP is just fighting it. It's just fighting it. There's not a lot of selling here. We're up on the day. I don't want to be down on the day. So let's see if it continues to get that move to the downside. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to come out half. We're up $52 on the day. It's not great. It's not great. SNOA. Let's see. Okay, so this is the one that is starting to take off, right? We'll see. Let's see. I think it could. Oh, there we go. There we go. And come on. Continue to make your way up. This looks like it's going to make a powerhouse move. Okay, let's see. There we go. There we go. We'll get out some there. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to get out some there. Okay, so lost $6 on that move. Made me nervous. Made me nervous after that drop. Man, I should have held. Look at this junk. Of course I should have held. Ah! Would have been a beautiful move. This is why I do not trade low float stocks. Okay, ZS. ZS suffering a little bit of a pullback here. Big, still getting brought down. Oh, CGC, what did I tell you? There's going to probably be a buy up here. Probably going to be a buy up here. ADAP is continuing to lose its lunch. So this is one of those stocks. This will probably end up doing pretty well today. This may be the stock. This may be the winner on the day. Boy, I wish I hadn't got caught in all this chop up here. I wish it had definitely had a lot more great resolution to the downside. I'm going to come out half there. Go ahead and lock in another 50 shares. And man, so ZS, ZS, I missed this move because I was stubborn. I didn't take it in pre-market. It was only 50 shares. Like if it, I could have set an alert. If it had shot up to here, I would have gotten out with like a $30 loss or something, or $40 loss. But man, this would have been like a $150 straight shot to the downside, man. Good Lord. I missed it. That's okay. Big. I told you guys what my plan was on here. I told you if it broke this trend line, we were going to see some good momentum to the downside. We did. Missed that move. I was wrapped up in ADAP. That's okay. CGC. Told you this might be a good possible long. I did say that it might end up being an all-day fader. But I'm...
Here are the top search results.
Here are the top search results. What in the world? My phone is going crazy. Let's see. Okay. Good job, Yoni B. Yoni B, you're probably sitting on your hands way better than me, man. You're probably doing a much better job on that junk than I am. STNE. STNE looks like it could be hitting some resistance up there. Wouldn't be surprised. Where are we sitting on the 5 minute? Nodergan's adventure today has been frustrating for me. I'm sitting at 70 cents realized. Oh my gosh. Well, dude, look, join the club, dude. Like I look at all these great moves. Look at all these great moves I missed. Man, if I had just put out orders to automatically go off on every single one of these, if I had just set trigger points, I mean, we'd be doing so well today. I think this is a good place right here for AMD, actually. I think this is a good place for it to get a pullback. Let me look. Let me check. Yeah, I guess it could go up to 53.50. I could just start with like, I don't know, 100 shares, maybe 200 shares. See if it pulls up one more time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Take 200 shares here on AMD just for a quick scalp. I think we can get a pullback back down into the 70s. There we go. Let's crush it through 80s. Let's crush it through the 80s. Come on. SPY's pulling back a little, so I don't see why this AMD wouldn't pull back with it. Let's see it crack through 80 and I'll start taking profit. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take first 100 there. See what happens to the rest of AMD here. See if we can get down into the lower 70s. I'll take another half. There we go. Come on, lower 70s. Come on. Oof. Lots of selling. There we go. A little bit more. Let's get down closer to 72. Can we do it? I'll go ahead and take half there just in case. We'll hold on to the other 50. So quick little scalping move on AMD. Just a quick 17 bucks here. We may get more. We may get more of a move if it continues to pull back. What I would like to see is a retest of this level and then a fail. SPY's pulling back pretty severely right now, so that's good. ADAP making a nice little push up to these levels. See what kind of recovery it could potentially make. ZS is failing, but it's finding support here. Where are we at? Okay, we cracked through the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. That's nice. CGC is making a nice little pullback. Big, continuing to get sold off. Let's see, STNE continuing to get a nice little sell off. AMD, I think AMD is going to get into the 50s. Might even end up coming all the way back down here. But AMD's tricky. I'd like to see a retest. UAL, RCL, it's good, yeah. Nice little retest there. See what NVAX and mRNA, look at this, mRNA. mRNA is doing the same thing it did yesterday, testing that trend line, that EMA, that $60 level, just having a hard time making it happen. But it's chop fest right now. Not enough volume for me to feel good about getting in on the trade. Okay, AMD, are we back? We're back up at 90. This is what I want to see. I want to see the retest here. And I'd be willing to get in. I'd be willing to get in with 100 shares right here. So we got 150 shares at 52.88. And I'll get out those 100 shares at the break of 53. 53.01. Stop buy. Wait a minute. It was 150. Oops. Stop buy. 150. And we'll just end up calling that a wash trade. But I feel like if SPY continues to pull pretty hard, if SPY remains choppy, then AMD is going to get bought up. It just is. If SPY remains faithful here to pulling back, to the pullback or whatever. Okay, I'm going to move my stop down to, let's see here, 52.97. Stop buy at 52.97. Really, 52.91 should be my stop. I'll eventually make that my stop. ADAP, nice little pullback on ADAP. This is great. This is great. Really want to get it to get up to the 905 levels. Over 10K for May, best month this year. Great job, Yoni B. Good Lord, man. Notigan says, yeah, I'm long until it hits 53. My only decent trade so far. AMD. Oh, okay. Well, I'm actually hoping AMD continues towards the downside. And I really think we're going to get a retest back here. But SPY's got to pull. If AMD remains choppy, then it's not going to. I'll have to just get out. This is it right here. So if it comes above 91 now, I'm going to get out. So 52.91, stop buy. So ADAP getting a massive rejection off of VWAP. Love to see that. Love to see that. It's great. May even consider getting in with 100 shares here. I'll wait for a little pullback up into the 40s. Come on, can we get it? Okay. So we got 150 shares on ADAP at an 848 average. AMD looks like it's going. Love to see a break of 825 on those 150 shares. Has not broke VWAP on the 5-minute, so I'm still feeling pretty good about it. May add back in. Man, what's happening with... Oh, my goodness. Chop fest. Oh, come on, AMD. You're having a really nice sell-off. What happened? What happened? We were really starting to get along. What happened? This isn't good. This isn't good. And I have a feeling it's doing this because of the SPY. The SPY is just... Look at SPY. Look at SPY. Chop City. Look at these wicks. We really need to see SPY get that sell-off. I think it's going to happen. I think just like yesterday, my timing is just not going to be the best on all of this junk. So, unfortunately, I feel like it's going to be a timing issue. Okay. All right. I may have to get out here. Taking half my shares off there. This is not good. Really want to see a rejection here. Really want to see another rejection at these levels. Come on, can we get a rejection? Ah. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm not staying in for this. I don't even know what's about to happen, guys. Back down to 34.75 on the day. Right now, I am banking on AMD just getting crushed. Really want to see AMD roll over and just get crushed. This could be the day maker here. Especially if SPY gets crushed. SPY gets the pullback that we've all been waiting for. Man, look at this. ADAP. No way it's going to recover. No way. If it breaks 9. Oh. We were getting along so well, ADAP. AMD's finally getting the break. ZS retesting the highs. AMD, come on, AMD, come on. When it was coming up, I should have jumped back in on it. I should have just jumped back in on it and then started to take profit sooner. If I had jumped back in on it and upped my share size to, you know, like 400 shares or something, or 450 shares, this would be a very beautiful move. We'd probably be ending the day. SPY's finally losing it, so I'll hold on to it for a minute. See what's happening with SNOA. Oh, it's in a halt. Nice. Good job, SNOA. Good job. ZS. Very light volume. Don't want to come in on this one yet. Big just continuing to get crushed. CGC holding its ground. STNE did indeed find a top here, so we were looking at that too, but means nothing if you're looking at it, if you're not doing anything about it, right? That means nothing. So I don't say that in an effort to be like, oh, you know, I'm a great trader. No, if I was a great trader, I would have taken those trades. I would have put skin in the game. I'm just a great shot caller. I call the shots. They happen. What can I say, you know? But no. No. I mean, you can't take everything. I mean, that's the other thing. You can't take everything. You can't watch everything. That is the one, you know, that can be the one downside to having a conservative trading strategy by, you know, just having, you know, just no more than one or two charts up. And obviously, I keep pretty much just one chart up on the main screen. I do have the SPY on another screen. I also have Trading View on another screen, you know, and so, you know, that can be the downside to it, though, is that, you know, you don't get, I may give this another shot. Hold on. Yeah, I may give this another shot. I'll just take it at the break of, man, please come up more. I'm going to try to be patient with this. I don't know if it's going to get the retest, but I'd love it to get up into the 80s. Please get up into the 80s. Here, I'll go ahead and take 100 here. And then if we get up into the 80s, I'll take another 100. AMD, finding support. I'm going to wait for a pullback and look to add. Come on, get up into the 80s. Where did I take it? 73, so let's do another 100 at 883. Or 93. We'll do 93. We'll do 93. And then I would have to get out at the break of 9, yeah. Okay, AMD is doing really well right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take off the break of 20. I'll come out the first half. Come on. There we go. 20, come on. There we go. Okay, coming out the first half. So we got 75 shares left on AMD. We'll see where the rest of them goes. I think if SPY continues to get the pullback here today, AMD will definitely get a good solid pullback. I think we could at least get down to the 5150 levels. ADAP. Let's see. Am I going to have to get out of this? Is this going to break 9? Freak. Could not break 9. But if it goes for the retest here, may have to. I'm going to come out half. Still can't break 9. If it breaks it, it's going to be explosive. That's the worst thing about it. Okay, we're going to get in 150 shares at an 884 average. We got a triple rejection off of that 9. Get a pull here. Let's get a final pull, final VWAP rejection, final pull off of ADP. Come on. Oh, closed above VWAP. That's not good. Need to make our way down. Come on. This should come down. But if it tests 9 again, I've got to get out. Ah. Okay, I'm going to get out. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. Man, it broke it. It broke it. Ah. Look at that. It broke. It stopped out so many people all the way up to 910. My goodness. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time on this anymore. I went from being up over 100 and some dollars on ADAP, great move, all the way to being back down or being up only $38 on it. So I'm going to look for a retest on AMD. We'll look to jump back in. I'm going to remove JNUG. Not really concerned about that one anymore. Ugh, this is making me sick to my stomach here. Well, at least today is going to be a green day, that's for sure. Today is a green day. No matter what happens, today is a green day. ZS is having a hard time maintaining. Not going to short until I see the backside of that move, though. Really need to see it lose its levels. Lose the levels, lose its lunch. I think UAL would be a good, has some potential for a good scalp. Kind of missed my entry point on it. Ooh, well. See, is it coming back? You gotta move back, yep. Can we get this? Pretty confident on the pullback of the overall markets. So I'm gonna jump in just 100 shares, and I'll build a position. I'll let it come up to its previous day close. There's resistance up there. I I think if the SPY makes a turn around, it'll start pulling. So we'll take it up to, get in again at, where we get in? 28.50, so 28.70. We'll take another 100 shares and then all the way up to 28.88 or something. Or 28.80. We'll take another 100. So UAL getting a little bit of a pullback here. Take the first half off in the 28.20s if it makes it down there. So we'll say, where do we take it? 28.50. So we'll 28. $28.20. We'll take 50. Yeah. So we'll take 50 shares off at 28.20, and then we'll see if we can get a good move down to 28 or 27.90. Take the other 50 shares off there. Let's check back in with AMD. AMD's getting a really nice move to the downside. It's probably going to find some support here. I'm going to remove half of my shares, lock it in. So we're up 85 on the day so far. UAL, as long as SPY continues to pull, I think we can get that first 50 shares out there. 28.20. We'll work towards that. And it looks like I'll go ahead and just take off my position there. Here we go, moving on down. SPY's pulling hard. We'll pull back on UAL. Might even take it, that 50, move that to 28.18. I think we're going to get a move down there. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but we'll see if it can get there. SPY's getting a little bit of a buy up. I think it's making continuation though to the downside. I really do. UAL's getting a buy up here along with the SPY, but I think it's weak. I might add another 100 shares here in a sec. Let's see. Missed a good ad spot there. You gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. Let's see if we can break up into the 50s. I'd really love to see it break up into the 50s. Although SPY's getting, this is what makes me a little bit nervous here. SPY's getting such an amazing pullback. The question is how genuine is it? I really need to see what SPY ends up doing. Come on. AMD's getting a nice little buy up here. ADAP still floating around. ZS continuing to push. Big, thought Big might be starting to make a reversal, but doesn't look like it. Nvidia, AMD, they're all kind of coming back up. So UAL really needs to break these lower or these higher lows. Really needs to break down through the 28.20s. Otherwise, I'll have to come out. Come on. Get down there. Get down there. There we go. There we go. It's pausing. Come on. There we go. Let's give it a chance. And we're going to get it. Come on. There we go. Come on. Break through. Break through. Break through down into the 20s. There you go. You're down into the 20s. Okay, I'm taking half off just to go ahead and lock in. At least we've paid for the trade, if nothing else. And I'll see if that other 50 shares can ride its way down. I do need to kind of be mindful about this pullback here with the SPY, with AMD. There could be a shift in momentum. This is a good level of support here for AMD. So again, though, a lot of things are dependent on the SPY. I genuinely believe that. I think we're in a place right now with the SPY where, you know, we just have to we got to watch it closely, and I think it will definitely have an effect on a lot of these stocks. I mean, without a doubt. And because I took my order early here on UAL, I'll put the other 50 down at 27.80. I'm gonna move it an additional 10 cents. So that way we're basically getting the same amount of what we thought we would get on this move. And I think it's possible for it to break down through VWAP and you know, test the 27.80 level if SPY continues to pull and make a pullback. As you can see right here on the daily with SPY, it's making a pullback to that 200-day moving average. I really think that's what's going to end up happening today. I could be wrong. It may just be a minor pullback that we're experiencing here. I mean, we have gone from 306.84 all the way down to 301. So it's very possible that we may just sit on that 300 level. So I got to be ready for that too. And that's where reversals can really start to catch fire. So let's see. So all right. Jocelyn or Jocelyn? Is it pronounced Jocelyn? Jocelyn Verma. How do you guys know which tickers to day trade? Great question. Great question. And first of all, welcome to Conservative Trades. Welcome to our little community here. It's not a super huge one, and it's not really necessarily full of ballers. Except, I don't know, we got this one guy here, Yoni B. I don't know, he's balling it out this month. He's doing pretty well for himself. So, but yeah, so a lot of these guys use a Trade Ideas scanner. There's also other stock scanners out there, but Trade Ideas seems to be kind of like the industry standard. That's the one that the vast majority of traders end up using. So you may have heard that name floating around here and there if you watch a lot of day trading channels and whatnot. But if you ever wanted to check that out or get a feel for that, you can always YouTube it, and they've got a website. Just Google Trade Ideas. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is, you know, there's several free websites and resources out there, and that's actually kind of what I choose, the route that I choose to take. I used to have a Trade Ideas subscription. I used to have a Benzinga Pro subscription, you know, like more like the newsfeed scanners and that sort of thing. But here lately, let me see, hold on a second. Yeah, this is starting to get bought back up. Let me just see. SPY is getting bought up. Sagar broke his green streak, man. That's all right, man. That's all right. I broke mine yesterday. I know how it feels, man. And yes, it bites. But that's okay, because now you got something to work towards. You gotta break your 12-day streak. Down 180 net. Okay. Yeah, it might be time to walk. ADAP is on the toxic list. Yeah. Is that the one you keep trying to trade, Sagar? Man, the SPY's making a severe pullback here. Four red days on the month. That's not bad at all, Sagar. You and I might actually have the same amount of red days. I think I've had 4 on the month. I might have had more than 4, but I think it is right at 4 if I'm not mistaken. You guys can always go back and check that on the channel, but so we got a lot in common, Sauger. 4 red days on the month. As far as I know, again, don't hold me to that. If you go and check my YouTube channel and there happens to be a 5th one in there, I plead the 5th. But yeah, 4 red days on the month. Just broke our green winning streak this week. Our winning streak of consecutive green days. So anyway, but I'll get back to it. So Jocelyn, are you still in here? You might have. This is my problem, guys. Sometimes I think people come in here and they ask questions, and I'm so engrossed in the trade that I don't really even notice, that anybody's talking in the chat until like 30 minutes later. And if Jocelyn came in here 30 minutes ago, then she's probably just decided to leave. She probably felt she wasn't getting an answer to her question. So, but if you're still here, Jocelyn, let me know, and I'll continue telling you how I find stocks to trade. UAL looks like it's continuing to make a move down, even despite what SPY is doing. So, but it may hold that 50-day moving average. We'll see. And let's look at AMD. This might actually be a good place to add on AMD. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and add I'm going to add 100 shares. So we've got 138 shares at a 52.52 average. So if this comes up and breaks, I'm going to want to get out. I'm not going to lose. I don't want to lose anything. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me reassess this just in case, because this might actually be, yeah, so that's a point of resistance. Hold on. Let's just see this for a minute here. I guess it's dependent on what the SPY does. And if the SPY is about to make some sort of reversal, then yeah. Stop limit. Buy stop. 138 shares. I would hate for this to come up and break 50 and then just, but I don't want to lose what I've gained on the day. SPY looks like it's pulling back. Okay, we're out AMD. And here it goes, dropping down. Yeah, note again. It got me. It got me. It pushed right through that VWAP and it got me. Man, if SPY continues to make a move down. Man, look at that. It took me right out. Story of my life. I don't think AMD's long. I think AMD is short. I think it's short. And that's not just because I'm short biased. I think that SPY's pulling. And I think if SPY continues its downward momentum, AMD will surely follow suit. So there's that. And we're about to get out. here at on UAL if that happens. So I almost want to get in again here on AMD. SPY's teetering. It's pulling back though. Really depends. ADAP broke 9. Dude. Yeah, it did. Think about all these people that are getting squeezed out on ADAP right now. SNOA is kind of just teetering around here. Getting a buy up off that VWAP on RCL. ZS. Still making moves up. Big. Still moving up. CGC still getting bought up. Okay, so there's a buy up going on right now, guys. And if SPY continues to go, then these stocks will continue to get bought up. Everything really is dependent on the SPY right now. So, all right, well, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm going to take a stab on AMD. I'm going to start building a position. I feel like it's struggling, and I'm watching the SPY, and the SPY, as you can see, the SPY looks like it's struggling too, and it looks like it wants to continue the pullback. Now, if this is indeed finding a reversal point, obviously I'll have to get right back out of my position, but I'd really love to see SPY make its way down and crack through. I think that could turn everything back over here. But SPY could end up getting bought all the way back up here, and then I'm going to be squeezed out. but we'll see. There we go. SPY's getting the drop. AMD's getting the drop with it. But it's a chop. It's a chop drop. It's not a real drop. It's a chop drop. It's just going to be slow. It's going to be slow today. But who knows? Love to see AMD make its way back down to these levels here. Love to see it break VWAP. Can we do it? Can we get a VWAP break? I'm going to be patient with it, even if I have to take a little bit of a loss. Today's kind of a wash anyway, so boy, UAL is just taking its sweet time. I'm really waiting for the drop on the SPY, and I think that'll pull UAL. I think it'll pull AMD. AMD's already making a nice little pullback here. SPY's making the pullback, so here we go. Here we go. I'll take off half as we get down into the 20s on AMD. We need to get down into the mid 20s. Feel the drop on that SPY a little bit. Come on, there we go. And let's see. There we go. I'll take half there. So we got 50 shares left on AMD. And I'll see what the rest of that 50 shares can do. And with UAL, UAL is not suffering the kind of pullback I would like for it to with the SPY. And so this one kind of makes me want to just go ahead and get out of UAL. SPY's pulling pretty hard. SPY's pulling pretty hard. UAL should be also. And it's not, so it's just a little concerning. Come on. Oh, come on. Let's see. Yeah, note again, that's the great thing about trading. You know, we can all come in here and, you know, we can all make money. Everybody can make money if they're smart about it. You know, if you catch a good long setup, you can make money. If you catch a good short setup, you can make money. Stocks go up and down all day long, presenting everyone, whether you're short biased or long biased, with really good, solid money-making opportunities. So, yeah, I love the stock market. I really do, Yoni B. And you're right. Everybody can eat here. Everybody can go out to lunch. Everybody can come in and they can make a living, and they can, you know, or an extra side hustle income, whatever. That's why those people that say, like, you know, if you're a part of a trading community, they look down on it because they're like, they think, they look at them like they're pump and dumps. You know, like you're just building a community to, you know, pump stocks so that you can make money, you know, on all the sheep, you know, who are buying after you. And what they don't realize is that with a lot of these day trading communities out here, the good ones, you know, there are probably, well, not probably, undoubtedly, we all know that there are pump and dump communities, and obviously you got to be smart enough to stay away from those. But we do know that there's a lot of legitimate day traders who have chat rooms, and they teach people to, you know, to watch for all kinds of trades, whether they're going short, whether they're going long, you know, and they pick multiple stocks that they could trade on. I mean, it's not like everybody's trading the same stock and everybody's taking the same setup and everybody's, you know, taking the same biased approach, you know, to whether they're going short or long or whatever. So, yeah, everybody can make money. Right now, I'm just looking for this. That's hilarious note again, by the way. Yeah, but I'm looking for the SPY to make continuation down, and I'd really love to see UAL break that VWAP on that momentum. If it can't, I'll just get out. I mean, it's, you know, whatever. Come on, UAL. If UAL breaks up through 2820, I'll take it. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put, let's see, is that 28? We'll say 2819. Stop. Stop. Buy. Otherwise, we'll see what happens. AMD. I'd love to add here, but Yoni B. yeah, we'll definitely know what happened to him then. She sent me to her brother's to get the COVID. He's a healthcare professional, been helping him while he's down. Nice. 88p. Yeah, can you believe it? Can you believe it? I thought that was going to be an all-day fade. Got wrecked on that one, unfortunately. ZS, this is what I like to see here. It made a failed breakout attempt. ADAP. This might be a nice little pullback here, actually. We've got 1, 2. I typically will wait for the third bull flag. Third bull flag, things usually start to settle down a little, and there's a lot more hesitation. And I think if it made it up to this, where all this consolidation is, I think that would make more sense. So I will look to short it if it gets up to these levels here, the $11 levels or whatever, makes another bull flag. I'll look to short it there. UAL is just, you know, SPY's dumping. Look at this. AMD's following suit pretty good with it, but UAL's just doing its own thing, guys. So I don't know. Let me see here. So we're going to stop out at 28.18. Stop by at 28.18. There we go. Okay, we're finally out of that one. I wanted to be out of that one anyway. UAL is just staggering. Yeah, it could be like ABIO. Yeah, sorry about your brother-in-law. Note again. Hopefully he'll get better. Big lots. Gonna go ahead and remove that one. CGC, I'll keep it. That one can get interesting sometimes. Well, I should have taken that. I should have taken that on 80 AP. Second bull flag. Found exhaustion. What's the float on that again? Teaching them how to trade, getting them hooked. Nice. It's 11 million share float. Doubles on positive cancer drug data. Okay. Shares have been rotated a few times. There's a lot of people shorting this. I think it's I think there could be a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see. mRNA accelerating to the downside. Okay. Be interesting to see where that goes. Let's check out mRNA. Well, let me look at AMD real quick. See what we're looking like here on AMD. It's not getting too much of a sell-off, but it's still getting a sell-off. UAL finally, look at this. UAL came up all the way here, and then now it's dumping. It's ridiculous. mRNA made it back below that trend line. It's running between two major trend lines here. It's just light volume, so I'm a little hesitant. Again, got to keep reminding myself about yesterday. STNE finally broke VWAP. Talk about light volume though. Just don't feel good about it. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to remove that one. Don't even want to be tempted with it. ZS continuing to make a nice irrational move to the upside. ADAP. There's one I could get in on, maybe 50 shares. Just to see, I mean, if it moved against me down to, if it broke past 60, could get out. Really wouldn't be forfeiting too much. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I'm glad I did not take that. Glad I was patient. Yeah, this was a failed. This was a. I think we're gonna start entering the backside of the move now. So I'll wait for a pullback to start shorting it. SPY might be finding support. Yeesh. Come on, AMD. Come on. This is a perfect trend right here. So we'll see if we get a trend line rejection. Yoni B says, all right, guys, got to go. Early weekend. Cold beer's calling me. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. All right, Yoni B. Hope you have a awesome weekend yourself, man. We'll see you on Monday. This might be good for a short. I'm just watching to see how strong of a buy up it gets. Doesn't really look that strong. I think you could get a quick poke through though. It's holding VWAP on the 5, but $32 and then $28. I could short into strength, but, or into the breakdown, I should say. But this is a higher low right here, so I don't. Let's just see what happens. See what this is capable of. This is the pullback I'm looking for. Let's see if I can short. Let's see. Let's just see if this. Looks like it's struggling a little, but wouldn't take much for buyers to come in and squeeze people out. I'll jump in here. See if we can get a quick flush down. There we go. Let's break 50 again. Come on. There we go. Come out half there just in case. Just little scalping move here. Nothing major. Just see if we get a move back down to test here in the 40s or the 30s even. See if we can break VWAP, that would be great. Wouldn't take many buyers to come in to prop this up and squeeze people out. So I'm going to be very mindful of that. Love to see it get a drop straight down through VWAP here. And a failed attempt above these levels. See if it fails. Take it at 35 if it drops to it. I want to see it break 50. I think if it breaks 50, I think we'll get down, maybe even down to 9. Let's just see. They're trying to push it up, but it's just not going. It's just not going. Doesn't mean it can't push. SPY's finding a little strength here. It's gradually creeping up, but it's not doing anything major. If anything, it's finding weakness. I don't even know if I would take it at 935. Because if this dumps and it dumps through VWAP, it's going to get an incredible move. Let's just see. Come back down through 50. 50 would be the first trigger point, and then VWAP at the break of 930 would be the next trigger point. Have to bring it down. There we go. There we go. And then let's see. Come on. Let's break that 50 mark. There we go. Come on. There we go. Somebody's got to dump here. Somebody's got to be checking out. There you go. It's not fast enough though. It's not coming down fast enough. Somebody's really going to dump if it hits that VWAP in 930. Come on. See that move. Come on, ADAP. You're losing steam. You just opened up below all those moving averages, even on the 5-minute. I can just see this racing down here into the 8s. If it breaks that, there it is. We're almost getting it here. Almost getting it. Come on, really want to see the break of that VWAP. There we go. There we go. And oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take half there. We got 25 left. And can we do it? Is it going to fuss around? I'm just going to kind of go back and forth here. And can we get a really good solid flush? Come on. Okay, I'm coming out. And made me back some profits there on ADAP. Nice little trade. Nice little trade, breaking back down through VWAP. So like I told you guys, you know, I want to look for the back side of the move. And after I saw the major failure it took right here off of another attempted run up, I just knew, we need to look for a pullback. So obviously, I got in on this pullback right here, just with 100 shares, unloaded 50 somewhere in here, and then I unloaded 25 as we got this break. Thing is, here is it broke on this candle, but it was not. It was the volume. The volume was just weak. It did not look like people really. And yeah, on stocks like this, low float stocks. It doesn't take much. It really doesn't take much to push that price up and get short sellers to cover themselves. But yeah, look at this. I told you this was headed for the eights. But and AMD is following trend. This is a pretty solid pivot point here. Yeah, you know what? I wish I had noticed that. This formed a new pivot point here on this trend line. I'm breaking trend there. Yeah. It's pretty legit. So AMD, I really want to be patient with it, but it's making higher lows. So the chances of it coming down, I mean, SPY would really have to turn around, and right now SPY is not turning around. So SPY looks like it's, or when I say turning around, SPY would have to keep moving to the downside. And right now it actually looks like it's turning around. It actually looks like it's moving towards a reversal. So AMD's still respecting the trend though. So we'll see. ADAP, this might be good to get in on a squeeze back up to the 960s. Nvidia. Yeah, SPY's getting bought up, guys. Man. Could be a superficial buy up. Looks like a legit reversal, but it could just be a VWAP rejection. And, if it still makes an hourly lower high and lower low, then in my opinion, it's still trending down. So, but you can see here, SPY looks like it's getting a leg up right now. I really feel like that's disingenuous. It's not like fast volume is pouring in. It's not like some aggressive buy up. I think it's a temporary squeeze. There we go. Man, that would have been a beautiful. So we're now looking at another trend. I think this could squeeze up to the 60s or 70s even. So I would be willing to take another 50 at 965. And then take a quick scalp on that back to 935. Maybe 940. I think it could butt up to this trend line here. Yeesh. So much for that. Trade idea canceled. Let's watch it play out a little bit more. ZS still, I would love to get in on this. This looks like a juicy. This looks like this could pull back to all the way back to $92 with no problem. You get a $3 move on 50 shares from here. I'd have to be very careful. It had a failed. It tapped 95, but it's getting sold off. It's had a problem breaking out past that. You can see this is really good resistance here. So this is one of those moves where you get in anticipation of this would be more anticipation rather than confirmation, but it's a good risk to reward. It would literally have to break through 95. If I took 25 shares, man, look at that. I'm going to sell it at 94.70, see if we can get a pop up. See if we can get it to snatch my order. There we go. Okay, and we would have to stop out at 95.01. Stop. Buy. So this is what I would like to see happen here. I would like to really see us get the drop and clear out these levels here. I would like to see that move back to VWAP. Now, we have wrestled with this level so many times, so I feel pretty confident about it, but we'd have to get the drop. It's a very short stop. Got a very short stop on it. But I would love to see a flush down here. And let's see, 94.70. I would take off 10 shares at 93.70 just to go ahead and get out if it can make it down there. Let's see, could it drop? Yeah, it could drop to 93.70, but we'll see. We'll see. So 93.70 would pay for the trade. And then I would let the other 15 shares run as far as I could. And I would pay for the trade at 93.70 because I've noticed that it's tapped down to these levels multiple times and just hasn't been able to break. So I'd want to be safe there. But we really need to get the flush here. If we don't get the flush here, I'll have to come out. $94.90. I don't want to get too much slippage at the break of 95, so let me just put that in there, 93.70, in case we get the drop while I'm doing this. And I will stop out at 94. Where did I get in? 70, so 94. Stop. We'll get it if it's feeding into the orders at 95. AMD looks like it's getting a nice little trend line rejection here. See if we can bring that back down. ADP finally making its way up to test this trend line. See if we can get the drop here. Again, it just looks like a flat top. It looks like a resistance point is forming. That's the only reason I'm jumping in on this. I realize there's a great possibility that I'm going to lose out on this trade, but again, if we do get the drop, if there is major significance, if there's a major wall there at 95, I think we could get a drop, far enough drop to maybe even make back most of what we lost on the day with ZS. So, and if I lose the trade, I'm only going to lose like, $5 or something like that, $7. It's really not that big of a deal. So, but we want to see this get down to 93.70. So, we're going to see it break 94. There we go. Come on. We want to go ahead and pay for the trade at 93.70. All right, Sauger. Good seeing you, man. Hope you have a good weekend. Shake it off. Shake it off. Have a great weekend. Monday, that's right. New start, fresh start, new month. Good stuff. So I'm gonna be heading out here in a minute also. Tell you what, if this breaks, let's see, 93.40 is really so I guess 93, we might be able to even get a little further on those 10 shares. 93.60. I'll put it at 93.60. Let's try to get those 10 shares at 93.60. Probably down net 100, which is still good, especially looking at previous month. Yeah. Up 500 P&L on the month. Good job, Sagar. That's great, man. This strategy works for me, and this month I was testing it. Good. That's great. That's awesome, man. Stay at it. Yep, continue with it. That's right. That's the best thing to do, man. Don't give up on it. It's obviously a working strategy. Obviously just need to refine it a little. And obviously not much. It's not like you need to refine it by much. It seems like it's doing really well. So a little tightening up here and there. Should be good to go. And this may stop me out. Really want to see the sellers come in and take control of this. Now, it's been on a steady uptrend all morning. Very extended over VWAP. We've hit this 95 level several times. Haven't been able to break through it. So we're either going to break through 95 at this point, or we are going to just dump. And I think we could go all the way to VWAP on that dump. Maybe not all the way, at least to these previous areas of, well, yeah. So that would come under VWAP a little. Yeah, I think that's right. Then I think that's right. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of previous areas of resistance here. You know, and I think this very well will happen at some point today. You know, maybe just kind of like a couple of the trades I took yesterday. You know, my timing may be off. You know, or we may get a poke up, a squeeze through 95, and then a slam back down, and then the rollover. I mean, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I mean, at most I'm risking, you know, maybe $10 here. Maybe a little bit more. I might be risking about $15 on this trade, but that's okay. We're ending the day green, and this will start the new green streak for me. Almost tempted to add here. No, we're not. No, why did I say I'm risking $15? I'm actually only risking like $7. Right, $7, $8 maybe. Now, if I add to my position, then Might add to my position here. So we got 50 at 94.80. We're going to stop out at 95. Okay, stop me out. Okay, and it's breaking 95. So we gave it a shot. Risk $10, no big deal. No big deal at all. So, okay, we've made it back through that trend line, and now the new trend line we're looking at is this trend line right here, where it meets the bottom of this trend line. So CGC's worn out, taking that off. AMD, Chop Fest, broken out through the trend line. All right. Okay, guys. Well, it's been a good morning. Started out kind of rough. You know, took a lot of trades. Probably only ending the day up $100 after fees and commissions, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It's pretty solid day overall. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream as always. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off. And always enjoy seeing you guys, and hope you all have a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing what happens Monday. I think it's going to be a great week. Hopefully we'll see enough momentum with the SPY. Hopefully the SPY will, enter into, some kind of more clear direction. But yeah, looking forward to Monday, guys. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend.